What if I told you that most people don't lose years of their life because of some rare disease, but because of things they do every single day without thinking twice? Yeah. Not smoking. Not drinking. Not the obvious stuff. I'm talking about normal habits. The kind that feels harmless. The kind nobody warns you about. And the kind that quietly shave years off your life while you're busy thinking everything's fine. If you're over 50, this matters more than you think. And if you're younger, trust me, you'll wish you listened sooner. Because today, we're talking about the habits that don't just drain your energy, they steal your lifespan. And the scariest part? Most people never realize what's happening until it's too late. Let's get into it. Most folks think staying up late is the biggest problem. And yeah, sleep matters. But here's the truth nobody likes hearing: going to bed late isn't even the worst thing you can do to your body. What really hurts you is living on a broken sleep rhythm. I'm talking about sleeping and waking at random times. One night it's midnight, the next night it's 2 a.m., then suddenly you're wide awake at 4 in the morning staring at the ceiling. Your body doesn't know what's coming next, and when your internal clock gets confused, everything else starts falling apart. Your hormones go out of sync. Your blood pressure struggles to regulate. Your immune system weakens. And your brain never fully resets. Over time, that constant disruption puts serious stress on your heart and your metabolism. You might still be getting enough hours, but your body doesn't care about hours, it cares about consistency. And here's what makes this dangerous. People normalize it. They say things like, "This is just how I sleep now," or "It's part of getting older." No. It's not aging, it's wear and tear caused by chaos. Your body loves routine. The more predictable your sleep, the longer it stays resilient. Now let's talk about something even sneakier. Sitting too much. Not being lazy. Not skipping workouts. Just sitting. You can go to the gym 3 times a week and still be hurting yourself if you spend the rest of your day glued to a chair. The human body was never designed to stay folded up for hours. When you sit too long, circulation slows down, muscles weaken, and your joints stiffen. Over time, insulin sensitivity drops, inflammation rises, and your cardiovascular system starts struggling. What's wild is how normal this has become. People sit while eating. Sit while watching TV. Sit while scrolling. Sit while talking on the phone. Hours pass, and the body barely moves. This isn't about running marathons. It's about movement signals. Every time you stand up, stretch, or walk a little, you're telling your body, "Hey, stay alive. Stay active. Stay strong." Without those signals, the body slowly downshifts into survival mode. And survival mode is not where longevity lives. Now here's a habit nobody talks about enough, but it might be one of the most damaging of all. Eating without purpose. Not junk food. Not sugar. Just mindless eating. Eating because it's noon. Eating because the food is there. Eating while distracted. Eating without hunger. As we age, our metabolism changes. Our digestion slows. Our calorie needs drop. But most people keep eating as if nothing changed. The body stores the excess, blood sugar spikes more easily, and inflammation creeps in quietly. And inflammation is like rust. You don't notice it at first. But over time, it eats away at everything. The problem isn't enjoying food. The problem is never giving your body a break. Constant snacking, late-night eating, heavy meals with no movement afterward, these habits keep your system working overtime when it should be repairing. Your body needs space between meals. It needs time to reset. That downtime is when healing happens. Now let's talk about one that hits deeper than physical health. Chronic stress that you've learned to live with. Not sudden stress. Not big emergencies. I'm talking about low-level, everyday stress that never turns off. Worrying about money. Holding on to anger. Replaying old arguments. Feeling rushed all the time. Always being on. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real threat and a mental one. Stress hormones flood your system either way. When that becomes constant, blood pressure stays high, sleep quality drops, digestion suffers, and your immune system weakens. And here's the scary part, many people wear stress like a badge of honor. They say things like, "That's just life," or "I'm used to it." Your body never gets used to stress. It just pays the price quietly. Longevity isn't just about what you eat or how you move. It's about how often your nervous system gets to calm down. Moments of peace aren't optional. They're medicine. Now there's another habit that doesn't look dangerous at all, but it's incredibly powerful. Isolation. Not being alone sometimes, that's healthy. I'm talking about disconnecting from people altogether. Fewer conversations. Less laughter. No one is checking in. No one to check in with. Humans are wired for connection. Social interaction keeps the brain sharp, regulates emotions, and even supports immune function. When people withdraw, the brain gets less stimulation, mood declines, and motivation drops. Over time, isolation doesn't just affect mental health, it shows up physically. Slower recovery. Lower resilience. Higher risk of serious illness. You don't need a crowd. You don't need a busy social calendar. You just need meaningful interaction. Someone to talk to. Someone to laugh with. Someone who reminds you that you matter. Because you do. Now here's the habit that ties all of this together, and it might be the most overlooked one. Ignoring small warning signs. The little aches you brush off. The fatigue you normalize. The changes you chalk up to getting older. The shortness of breath you don't mention. The sleep problems you joke about. The body whispers before it screams. Longevity isn't about fear, it's about attention. The people who live longer aren't the ones who never have problems. They're the ones who notice early and adjust. They rest when needed. They move when they should. They slow down without guilt. They take their health seriously without obsessing over it. So here's the real takeaway. Your lifespan isn't stolen all at once. It's taken in tiny pieces. Late nights here. Stress there. Sitting too long. Eating without listening. Disconnecting from people. Ignoring signals. The good news? Every single one of these habits is fixable. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. Small changes done consistently beat drastic changes done once. Your future self is watching the choices you make today. So if this video made you pause for even a second, that's a good thing. That pause? That's awareness kicking in. And awareness is where a longer, stronger life begins. If this helped you, stick around. There's more you need to know, and you don't want to miss it.